It's time to have some fun with the Bhaalgorn. Besides PvP, this ship has another purpose. I like to use this ship as a cargo ship, and that's why I'm currently in Ita. I have a lot of modules that I have to sell, and this ship somehow proved itself to be good for that job, so that's why I'm currently at this station. As for the fit on the Bhaalgorn, I will definitely show you what I use. I haven't really changed anything. It's the classic Bhaalgorn build that I use for a couple months now. But first, let me quickly scroll all the way down. I have to make sure that I have... Well, actually, I haven't transported all debris here. I have around 50 or 60 of these debris each, and I have to sell them. Let me just make sure that the price is nice. And I think I have all orders are maxed out. Well then, yes, I'll just have to wait for the orders to sell and then I can just fill them back in. So, the build on the Bhaalgorn, well, like usual, I still use the classic Bhaalgorn build with C-type modules. When I use A-types, you will see that my DPS goes up a little bit. Currently, I am using the full C-type build on the Bhaalgorn, and so far I think that works really well. I have the A-types on the Hyperion at the moment, and the Hyperion is currently busy with some special operations that we like to do. Warping towards the first target. Now I am located in Highsec at the moment. I usually don't use the Bhaalgorn in Highsec. The Bhaalgorn is built to be a null-sec ship, but it does work really well if you are in a small fleet. I did try to use this ship solo, and most targets did escape because my warping wasn't that good, and of course the Bhaalgorn is very slow, so you really need a good warping in order to catch your target. Now here we have a Dominix, and they are already into 50% armor. They have been locked and webbed. I will orbit at 26 kilometers. This is basically the same orbiting distance that the Bhaalgorn and Ashmu share. Both ships orbit at the same distance. Now I stopped shooting because I realized that we are missing one more Bhaalgorn in the team, so we are just going to be waiting for the third Bhaalgorn to join us, and then we will shoot down this Dominix together. And also, if you are wondering who is repairing the armor of the Dominix, our logistic battlecruiser is repairing the Dominix, just in case if the storyline ships decide to kill the Dominix before us. I will maintain the point and web, will maintain the micro warp drive as well. Maybe I should turn on the Nosferatus and neutralizer, but my capacitor is in a very good shape at the moment and I don't need capacitor right now. Well, I'll say this, our logistic battlecruiser repairs a lot of armor. The Dominix is now at 50% armor, and they're also at 80% hull. I did scratch the hull on the Dominix a little bit, that was my mistake. Our third Bhaalgorn is into warp. They will land any moment now. The Dominix is trying to burn away, but that's not going to work. Third Bhaalgorn is landing. There's the third Bhaalgorn. Well, once they start to shoot, I will start to shoot as well. They are at 65% armor. That was a big hit. 2 big hits and the armor on the Dominix has been destroyed. And the hull did not last long as well. That was a very nice kill. I would say that was a little bit too brutal for the Dominix, but was fun. Bhaalgorn fleet. Nice. Rare opportunity to see 40 or 60 billion of ships in one encounter mission. Our ships are very expensive. Next target, we have a Raven Striker, very interesting. This Raven seems to be active. Okay, that means I will have to maintain 26 kilometer range. I have to maintain a 26 kilometer orbit. My goal would be to deplete the capacitor of the Raven Striker as quickly as I can. Well, I'll say this right now. This Raven is very tanky. They're taking some shield damage. However, you can see that they have a lot of shield. I would say this Raven has the classic PvP setup with dual neutralizers and dual capacitor batteries. That's how the ships are fitted lately. And it looks like they are burning towards the gate, so I will have to do what I like to do with this ship. I will have to go and ram the Raven away from the gate. I think they are shooting at our bubble, or they are shooting at the Abaddon, not quite sure what's happening. They are losing shield. Lasers are good against shields, and this seems to prove it. Raven has been rammed. Let me try to take range, and then I will go for a second ram attempt. They are now into armor. Based on the amount of shield that they repair, I would say this Raven has dual large shield boosters. Although, as for the rigs, it doesn't feel like they have rig integrations. If they had rig integrations, they would definitely be a lot more tankier. They are now into low armor. They still boost shield, but the shield has been broken a while ago. They are now into hull. Looks like I will not have enough time to go for a third ram. The Raven is now into low hull, and they have been destroyed. Very nice. That was one very nice Raven. Was a very tanky one as well. Maybe I need to buy one Raven Striker and see how tanky I can make that. I know that they can be super tanky, almost as tanky as some of the other battleships that I have been flying for a while now. There was a Dominix that I did follow from Highsec, and I just had that feeling that they will come to this gate, and they did. There is the Dominix. Let's quickly tackle the Dominix, orbiting at 27 kilometers. They have been pointed and webbed. Does not look like they have an nanocore. That was a big hit on the shield. 10,000 damage. Nice. I always forget that the Bhaalgorn can have very, very nice alpha damage. Dominix now into armor and slowly going down. Now here I did attempt to go and ram the ship, but the angle wasn't that good. I did a little miscalculation, and well, my ram attempt will fail. I will be flying really close to the Dominix, super close actually. Almost did hit them, but just a little bit. I was a little bit to the left, and I did fail in my ram attempt. That's okay. It happens. Don't really need to ram the Dominix, but I like to ram ships with the Bhaalgorn. One more hit, and that should be enough to destroy this Dominix. And nice, that was a nice kill. Nice kill. So let me go and check out the wreck. That Dominix did go down very quickly, so I don't expect super good loot, but you never know. One of the ships that we destroyed will drop very nice stuff. You will see that a little bit later on. Was a very nice catch. And I will say this, the Bhaalgorn for some reason doesn't feel that slow anymore. I feel like this ship became a little bit faster, but that might be just me. That might be just me getting used to this slow brick. The Bhaalgorn is still the slowest faction battleship in the game. Next target we have a Abaddon. Just checking local in case this Abaddon is a bait. Abaddons are usually bait ships because of their super powerful, super tanky armor. It is really difficult to shoot down a tanky Abaddon. These things are very impressive. What is this? We have another ship warping in. For a second I thought that was a freighter, but it's just a humpback high mobility. Well, that's the secondary target. Abaddon has been destroyed. Let's go to tackle this industrial ship as quickly as possible. I would say seeing this ship is kinda rare. I have destroyed maybe 1 or 2 of these ships in my PvP history, so this might be the 4th humpback high mobility that I will shoot down, and I got both kills actually. Nice. Well, that was a double kill. The Abaddon was also nice, and this ship was also very nice. Well, let's take a look at the kill mails. I'm very curious. 2.8 billion, not bad. Decent loot drop there. And well, this was empty. I would expect them to be empty. Next target, we have a Raven. Well, let's go and quickly point and web the Raven just in case they decide to turn around and burn to the gate. Seems like the Raven is active. They have adaptive shield hardeners enabled. They did try to burn to the gate, but they have been webbed. They have been extra webbed and pointed. They lost shield, now in armor. That was a big hit. And well, this might very well be the most expensive Raven that I have seen in a very long time. This Raven dropped B-type modules, and this Raven also dropped a Predator web and a Vriolicus large energy Nosferatu. Very nice. Over 2.5 billion in loot right there. Next target, we have a Apocalypse Striker. Now I will admit I started shooting this Apocalypse a little bit late because I did fall asleep on the gate, and it just happens that I woke up on time, luckily. So I did manage to participate in that Apocalypse Striker. And of course, it was a very nice kill as well. Next target, we have a Gila. You know, we have destroyed maybe 50 or 60 of these ships in the last like 4 to 5 days. There is something about, I don't know, everyone seems to be flying a Gila right now. Maybe this ship became more affordable. I don't know. I haven't really followed the pricing on these things in a very long time. Currently, I'm personally saving up for a Blood Raider dreadnought that should be released at one point in the future. And yeah, you will see me flying a Chemosh in I don't know, maybe a couple months, maybe in a year. Depends on when they release faction dreadnoughts. I'm personally very excited about them. Sorry for the weird cut. Our next target is a Vexor sniper. The last couple Vexor snipers that we have destroyed were very expensive, and I think I will actually start to fly these sniper cruisers. They have a very nice power grid. You can do some very nice builds. You can make very nice builds on the sniper cruisers. And I have a couple ideas. I can technically mirror some EVE Online builds on the sniper cruisers and have some nice ideas for the stabber sniper. That ship can kind of work like a vagabond if you build it that way. So that bellicose Covert ops did try to sneak around us, but that did not work. Eventually we did stumble upon this ship, and they got webbed, they got pointed, and they got destroyed. Although I will say this, they did a good job to evade our drones, and they did a good job to evade our cruisers. However, they made a small mistake and they burned to the gate a little bit too early. Next target we have a Prophecy. This Prophecy seems to be into low shield for some reason. Perhaps there is a camp a little bit down the road and somehow the Prophecy escaped, but they will not escape this camp. The dreadnought did its thing, and nice kill. That was a nice kill. I love to see the dreadnought in action. Next target, Punisher Assault. I think I did mention this before, but I'm kind of interested in flying the Punisher frigate. There is something about the design of this ship that I really like, and I kinda wanna fly a Assault frigate, and the Punisher Assault might be the frigate that I will start flying at one point. Next target, we have a battlecruiser prototype. Now this ship has the clear sky nanocore, although personally not quite sure why they use a expensive core on a prototype battlecruiser, but I guess that works as well. That was a very nice kill. Let's go towards the next one. We have one Oracle. This Oracle has a very good looking nanocore. You know, I had a chance to look at a lot of very... I had a chance to see a lot of very good looking nanocores in the last couple months. And I have a couple ideas that I will definitely try to do with the Hyperion. I want to make the Hyperion very tanky, although it is still, even without a core, very tanky, but I want more tank. Besides the tank, I will definitely make the ship very attractive. I already have a good color pattern in mind that I think you will like as well. But first I need to get the nanocore, and I'm working towards that. I'm very close to get the nanocore. Next week should actually be when I have enough conquer points to get the nanocore. Arbitrator, 2 Covert ops. I thought that it might be a Signor ship, but it turns out it wasn't. Was still a very nice kill. Have to be extra careful around Covert ops cruisers, because nowadays they carry Signor fields and they can open that, and they can bring a couple dreadnoughts or a carrier to your camp or to your fleet. We have another Oracle. This Oracle is hiding the nanocore, although you can still see some of the nanocore there. Was still a nice kill. Next target we have a Prophecy command. And last time I just remembered what I said about the Bhaalgorn being one of the luckiest ships that I fly. The Bhaalgorn is still one of the luckiest ships that I fly at the moment. Every time I undock the Bhaalgorn, we get nice kills. And today that was no exception. I guess Blood Raiders are just, I don't know, very nice and very lucky ships. And of course, very lethal ships as well. Prophecy Command has been destroyed, very nice. Let's go towards the next target. Although I would say I also have fun flying the Hyperion. I can do ridiculous things with the Hyperion without worrying much about the ship, because the Hyperion is actually a little bit cheaper than the Bhaalgorn. And of course, I still like the Bhaalgorn. It is, I would say the Bhaalgorn became my favorite ship in the game in the last couple months. I don't know, I really enjoy this ship. Well then, that was a very nice run today. As always, we had nice fights, we had nice targets, and of course we had some funny moments as well. So with that being said, hope that you enjoyed, stay safe, fly safe, and I will see you next time.